bit of breaking news update coming in with regards to this very case is that the three-judge bench will now take up the case because given the difference of opinion between Justices Hemant Gupta and Justice Sudhanshu Dhulia, they've decided to refer the case to the CGI bench. Let me go across to Nilashish, who's joining us with more details. Nilashish, so the timing of utmost importance at the moment, given the celebrations are all set to take place tomorrow. If the court does take up the issue, if the three-judge bench does take up the issue today, is perhaps when we are likely to hear on a final word from the top court. How much of that is a possibility given the time constraint? Nilashish.
Well, as we can tell you at this point, mentioning is going on at this point before the bench of the Chief Justice as we speak. Soon after, in fact, moments after the two-judge bench of the Supreme Court said that they are not able to come to a consensus and therefore they allowed immediate mentioning before the Chief Justice. We have just seen that the petitioners have moved the Chief Justice's court and they have mentioned the matter, in fact, as we speak. What comes out of it is what remains to be seen, whether a hearing is allowed immediately, which is something that is expected given the fact that the celebrations are tomorrow, or whether there is an interim order that is passed. But at this point, it has been said by the Chief Justice that you must give us the papers. We will look into it. He is asking for the papers from the petitioners at this point. So definitely a degree of urgency to this matter because the celebrations are due tomorrow. Definitely a very, very important development coming in soon after the division bench of the Supreme Court has allowed mentioning. So we have to wait and watch for a few more moments when exactly, what exactly the Chief Justice says in this case. He has sought the papers as far as this particular matter is concerned.
All right, so that's the latest bit of breaking news coming in, that the matter has been mentioned before the CGI bench, and that's exactly what the two-judge bench had referred the matter to. So since the two-judge bench decided that the three-judge bench we take up the issue, the matter has already been mentioned before the three-judge bench. Nilashish, timing of utmost importance here, of utmost criticality here, because, you know, we're halfway through the day. Tomorrow is when celebrations are all set to begin. In these kind of cases in the past, you know, what has the logical way out been, if we talk about the top court? All right, we'll reconnect with Nilashish in just a bit. But viewers, what's the big question this hour is that whether or not the top court, the three-judge bench, will take up the matter for hearing today itself. The matter has already been mentioned before the three-judge bench, as was referred by the two-judge bench that was hearing the arguments from all sides. Kapil Sibal, who was arguing for the Waqf board, very clearly said that they do not have a problem in any sort of cultural events taking place on the Eidgah ground, but the problem there was really about religious ceremonies being carried out. Nilashish is back with us. Nilashish, I was meaning to ask you that in these kind of cases in the past, what has the likely possibility been like, given the time constraint, given the urgency of the matter? We're just a few hours away from when Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations are to take place.
Well, yes, Krithween, definitely the Chief Justice, UU Lalit, showing a great deal of urgency. He asked for the papers, then he said, let me see whether there are any other judges available at this point. He noted also that Justice Dhulia might join the bench. Justice Dhulia, of course, was a part of the division bench which referred the matter further. Now, Senior Advocate Dushyant Dave says that he is okay even if the hearing takes place at the residence of any of the judges, and clearly the urgency of the matter is something that is not lost upon the Chief Justice at this point. He has said he is going to take 5 to 10 minutes. Now, there are two possibilities, of course, that are coming out here. One, of course, that the Chief Justice hears the matter immediately or in a little while. He hears it extensively because there are questions of constitution also involved, which were raised by Dushyant Dave for the Waqf board with regard to Articles 25 and 26. Also, we have seen on a number of occasions the Supreme Court sitting late into the evening, late into the night, when the matter is one of urgency, of significance, and that is a possibility undoubtedly. Also, let's not forget, the court usually sits till 4 p.m. We're almost there at this point. Benches have risen before that today. So whether or not, if there's a lack of availability of judges, Dushyant Dave has given that option as well, that a hearing at one of the residences could also take place. So very interesting in the next 5-10 minutes to see what kind of composition of bench comes in, whether the Chief Justice in fact holds a hearing immediately or he takes it up after a couple of hours. And how exactly the bench will be constituted. But definitely the urgency of the matter is something that that is not lost on anyone inside the courtroom at this point. CJI Justice UU Lalit has said that he will reconvene in about 5 to 10 minutes.
All right. So the CJI Justice UU Lalit has said that yes, he's going to be reaching in 5 to 10 minutes. So let's see what the final word really is. Nilashish, she obviously currently is weighing in on whether or not there are other judges who are available. And like you're pointing out, Justice Sudhanshu Dhulia could also very well be part of the 3-judge bench. In that sense, given the arguments that took place earlier on, what is it that Justice Dhulia was opining all throughout? You know, because we are being told that there was a clear split between the opinion of both the justices who were hearing the matter. Nilashish? All right, we'll go across to Nilashish in just a bit, but yes, we're expecting that the top court will come out with something, and we're going to be hearing on that front in the next couple of minutes. The CJI says that he will be arriving in the next 5 to 10 minutes, and upon the availability of the other judges is when a final call will be taken on whether or not an urgent hearing will be witnessed. An all-important case, viewers, given the timing and the sensitivity as well. Slipping into a very short break.